Okay, right. Has it started? Okay. We've started recording. So, we're reading How Winston Delivered Christmas Together. This is a book by Alex T. Smith, and it's basically a Christmas advent calendar book where you can have, oh, sorry, I put down a bit, I've just been told it's not, you can't see the whole book. Right. It's an advent calendar book, so it's been designed with 24 and a half chapters. You read the very first chapter, have a look at that picture there. Read that very first chapter on the 1st of December, and it's a book about Winston, who we'll find out who Winston is very soon, actually. And essentially what you do is read one chapter a day. So, that's how to read it, in case you were confused or lost, or just wanted to have a little bit of a, how does this book work? Here are all the days. You've got to go all the way from the 1st of December, which is where we are. We're going to be reading a very important mission, all the way across to the 25th of December, which is where we'll read Hot Buttered Toast, it's called, and also Tips for Our New Year. Now, each of these Advent chapters also has an activity. Let's see what today's activity will be. But first, let's read the chapter. A very important mission. Here we go. Okay. The toy shop on Mistletoe Street was crowded and noisy. There were exactly 12 minutes left before it was supposed to close for the holidays, but people were still shuffling in through the door, hoping to pick up just one last present for someone special, or to gawp at all the jolly toys sitting smartly on the shelves and admire the enormous doll's house in the window. One person not looking at any of this was Oliver. His mum and dad owned the shop. He'd been busy helping them all day, fetching and carrying and generally being very busy indeed. But now he quickly ducked out from under the counter where he'd been wrapping parcels. He flung his scarf around his neck and wiggled his way through the crowds and out into the busy high street. Oh gosh, it would be busy, wouldn't it? And if it's very busy, it must be very close to Christmas too. I wonder what he's doing. He was on a very important mission. It was late afternoon. The moon was already up and snow had started to fall. Yes, Neil?
That may be because tomorrow is Christmas.
It could be. This could be Christmas Eve. Good point. Well, I hope whatever Oliver's doing is not, important to be done by a certain time. Let's see. Hundreds of snowflakes twirled through the air and like ballerinas before landing daintily on the blanket of snow that had fallen over the past few days. Oliver crunched down the street. He rushed past the bakery and the butcher's shop, sidestepped customers spilling out of the general store and the cheesemongers, and swerved neatly round the ladies bustling out of the shop that sold fancy hats and ribbons. The entire night fizzed with Christmassy excitement. On the corner of the street, a brass band. Can you see the brass band there? Got a brass band playing all sorts of trombones and trumpets and big instruments. The brass band was standing in the cold, filling the evening air with a jazzy, poppy rendition of Oliver's favourite Christmas song. I wonder what his favourite Christmas song might have been. What's your favourite Christmas song? Do you want to tell us what yours is?
I like everyone except for the one that says naughty or nice.
Oh, the one Santa Claus. You better not shout. You better not cry. That one. Yeah, that one's a bit. And Tiana, how about you? What's your favourite Christmas song?
My favourite Christmas song
It's okay
is the
to
one
cry.
when they say that Santa knows that all the children are good.
No, that's your favourite one. Because it's true. There's no such thing as naughty or nice. Your behaviours are just what they are, and there's reasons why you have them. So yes. So there we go. So what Oliver's favourite Christmas song is, we don't know, but perhaps it's your favourite Christmas song that's playing. He stopped and listened for a moment before he remembered his mission. He weaved his way around the final knot of shoppers, their arms piled up high with boxes and bags, and stopped in front of a bright red letterbox. Ooh, he stopped in front of a letterbox. What do you think he's about to do?
Put the letter inside.
Put a letter inside. Ooh, I wonder what kind of letter. Let's see. He rummaged in his pockets. They were full as usual with all the extremely important things you need to have on your person when you are 8 years old. I wonder how old you are. How old are we around this table? How old are you, darling?
5
And
8.
oh, so I wonder if you would agree with what Oliver has in his pockets. Let's see. We have got an 8-year-old here. Let's see. Okay. So Oliver has a couple of paper clips twisted open into wiggly strips of metal. So they don't work as paper clips anymore. Some string tangled up into several useless knots. They might not be that useless. To us, they might seem useless. But to Oliver, they might be quite important. The stub of a blunt pencil.
They made before pulling him out of dishes.
Who knows, they might be. It depends how long the string is, but yeah, could be. The stub of a blunt pencil, fluff, and a dry, wrinkled old conker collected in October. So let's check that again. A couple of paper clips, twisted open into wriggly strips of metal, some string tangled up into several useless knots, the stub of a blunt pencil, fluff, and a dry, wrinkled old conker collected in October. All of this was vital. What would you have in your pockets that was vital for you?
I'd have water, something to call for help with. A tiny bit of food.
Oh, yes, nice. Nice to have a snack.
And a book.
And a book. Oh, fantastic. Okay, how about you?
Or a couple of
What would you have in your vital things would you have in your pocket?
Building materials.
What kind of building
And
materials?
building tools.
Building tools and building materials. So small enough ones that fit in your pocket?
Yeah.
Like which ones? What, can you give an example? of
Well, actually, I put a tray on my car. That's filled with building.
So you wouldn't have a pocket full, you have a car full of things that you take around all the time. Or
Like a
rucksack full of
trailer.
things. A trailer full of things. Wow.
Yes.
So you take around all the time. I love it. Okay. Eventually, Oliver found what he was actually looking for. An envelope. Oh, he's got an envelope in there too. So he's actually got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things in his pocket. It wasn't too badly crumpled, and he'd written the address on the front in his very best handwriting. He'd left it a bit late to send, but he crossed his fingers and hoped it would get where it needed to go in time. He was just about to put it in the slot on the letterbox when someone called his name. Oliver, Oliver. It was his mum. She was standing in the doorway of their shop, waving at him. Hurry up. I need your help wrapping these last few teddy bears, she cried, and it's much too cold to be outside without your coat on. Coming, called Oliver, waving back. He quickly popped his letter in the box and scurried back down the street into the busy shop. Oh dear, let's see. Now, whether Oliver's envelope got caught up in the chilly breeze or was found by a shimmer of winter magic that was fizzing about that night, nobody knows. But the letter didn't stay in the letterbox for long. When no one was looking, it slid back out and danced through the air and down the street, floating along between the snowflakes. Oh no, his letter's popped out the letterbox. Let's look at the picture of very busy shoppers and look at the stacks of presents some of them are carrying. Huge piles of presents. Look at that. And then you've got Oliver over there with his letter in his hand. Isn't that incredible? And over here there's another lady with a lot of shopping again. Although it doesn't look like she is carrying it herself. So this is the scene, but Oliver's letter has popped out of the letterbox. Oh no! And I wonder what the letter's for. Let's see. Well, the activity for today, 1st of December, if you have not done it already, is to write a letter to Father Christmas and decorate the envelope. So for this, you're going to need paper and card, pens or pencils, an envelope, a stamp, and stickers or any other bits that you have for decoration. So Father Christmas, of course, would love to hear your stories, your jokes, see any pictures that you might have to share. So feel free to do as much of that or as little of that you want. If you just want to write, Dear Father Christmas, I love you, and love from, that's absolutely fine. But if you want to draw pictures, you can. Write a story, you can. Perhaps a joke or two. He'd love that, I'm sure. It's all about what you want to share. You could write your words in the middle of the page and decorate the edges. Or you could write your words at the top and draw a picture at the bottom. Or draw your picture at the top and write at the bottom. It's completely up to you. You can use stickers to help decorate. You could draw with pens or pencils. You could paint if you really wanted to go that far and wait for it to dry and then post it at the same time. Of course, you're going to need a stamp at the end, so a grown-up will help with that. Once you write, if you are writing a letter according to how we write a letter for like proper purposes, like businesses or things, then you'd write your address in the top corner. Would actually be this corner here. You'd write your address in the corner, top right corner, up here. You'd skip a line, you'd write the date underneath your address over here. Then over here, you'd skip another line, you'd write, Dear Father Christmas, then you start your letter. That's how we formally write a letter, but you don't have to do that. Of course, once you've written your letter, you can in there ask him for what you'd like this year, but of course you know Father Christmas already knows what you might want. So you don't have to talk about that, but if you wanted to, you could ask for something that you'd really like to have for this year. Just one thing, because he's a busy man. He's got lots of things to do. Lots of children to create for. And then, of course, when you finish, put your letter in an envelope. Write the address on the front. Now, there are many addresses for Father Christmas. And I always say, no matter what address you write, it's going to get to Father Christmas because the magic will take it there. So you don't have to write this exact address. But the book has given one idea of an address. It says, Father Christmas, Mince Pie House, just past the snowdrift, the North Pole. And then once you've done that, seal your envelope. You can decorate your envelope and pop your stamp on it. And off it goes. Now I wonder, tomorrow's chapter will be tomorrow. I wonder if we can remember any bits from the story. So can you remember what the boy's name was in this story? What was his name?
Oliver.
Oliver. And what was Oliver doing?
Posting a letter to Santa Claus.
He was. But what about before posting letters to Santa Claus? What was he doing?
Wrapping presents.
He was wrapping. Why was he wrapping presents?
Because it was close to Christmas time.
Good, yes, because it's close to Christmas time. Where was he wrapping the presents?
In a toy shop.
In a toy shop. Now, would you normally go into a toy shop and just start wrapping presents?
No.
So why was he wrapping presents in a toy shop?
Because his mom and dad run the toy shop.
And he was? What was he
Wrapping
doing?
presents for the shop.
For the shop. So what does that all mean? If he's wrapping presents for the shop, he's doing what in the shop? He's
Helping.
helping. He's helping his parents with the jobs he can do. How old is Oliver? Poppy, how old is
8.
Oliver? He's 8. So because he's 8, he probably can't do jobs like taking money from the customers, helping them with questions about the toys and gifts. Probably can't do some of those jobs. But he can do things like fetching and wrapping gifts and perhaps tidying up. So he's helping about the shop because it's the busiest time of year for the toy shop, isn't it? And then he heads outside and he's going to put his letter in the letterbox. Can you remember what vital things he had in his pocket?
Yeah.
The nature wrote. Fluff. Yep. What else?
Tangled string.
Tango string full of
In
useless
green
knots.
knots.
Yep. What else?
Yes, just like this piece of fluff.
Fluff, like this tiny piece of fluff here. Oh my, that fluff. That little bit of fluff there. Yep. Of course, the tangled piece of string. Can you think of something else?
Paper clips.
Paper clips that were
That
not...
broken.
Oh!
Exactly. Paper clips not working as paper clips anymore. They've been stretched out and they're all wriggly and metal-like.
A conker that is wrinkled.
Yes, a wrinkly old conker that he collected
Yes.
in October. And one more thing.
A letter.
Apart from the letter was number 6. It's a tiny short thing.
A
pen
pencil
nib.
nib.
Yes, the stub of a pencil. That's right. Those are his vital things in his pocket.
That
Exactly.
that's a 8-year-old
Because it's just a tiny...
must
An
have.
8-year-old must have this in his pocket, yes.
No,
And he
Except
said-
for me.
it's
Do we
called-
have any 8-year-olds?
Do we have any 8-year-olds here? Good question. We do. Now, why is it called a stub of a pencil? Because it's the pencil's really, really tiny. When you sharpen the pencil so much that there's almost no pencil left, there's just this tiny, teeny little pencil that you can just about hold and write with. We call that a stub of a pencil. Most people might just say, okay, the pencil's done now, let's get a new one. But Oliver carries it in his pocket. There
It
we go.
still works.
It does. According to Oliver, it does. And what did he see in the high street as he ran out to post his letter? Can
He
you remember?
saw a red letterbox.
He did see a red letterbox. What else did he
And a
see?
brass band.
A brass band was playing, yes. And what
His
he,
favorite Christmas.
his favourite Christmas song, good remembering. And there were lots of busy shoppers in the high street as well, carrying lots of big piles and parcels and bags and boxes. And who called Oliver as he was busy trying to deliver his letter?
His mom.
Yes, why did she call him?
Because there's some teddy bears to that.
This-
And
yes.
it's too, and she said it's too cold to go out there with no coat, without your coat.
Oh, yes. I mean, it's a snowy scene and he's gone outside with no coat on. And just like most mums are saying, they often say, oh, you haven't got your coat on, put your coat on. And it's not there yet. Oh, sorry, I got to put that down. Yes. And then final question, what happened to Oliver's letter? He did put it in the
She
letterbox.
out the letterbox.
Oh, no. And how did it slide out? Do we know?
No, probably there's probably a big hole.
There might have been a big gust of wind. A hole in the letterbox, you think?
Yeah.
Maybe the letterbox opening was a bit too big. Perhaps, and he popped out. Maybe he was in a bit of a hurry. And he popped in, but didn't pop it in quite right. And if the letterbox is a bit full, which it often is at Christmas time, then you really have to make sure your letter's in there because it can easily slide back out again. So there we go. We'll be back again tomorrow with chapter 2. Do you want to press the start button?